Hey there, YouTubers. So, BIOS overview. This is the Asus Prime Z690P. It's a DDR5 motherboard. Did one before, but I was using a camera and it looks like shit, right? So, um, decided, what? Let's do it again. Got the capture card going. Yeah! Finally, right? I know you guys probably hate when I film the screen with a camera, so we're redoing it. And let me make myself small here, even though I know that's kind of difficult if you saw the size of those guns. All right, so we're shrinking me down. So first thing you're going to find when you go into the BIOS, and of course when the computer starts up, folks, you are going to hit delete or F2 as it is just booting up, right? And you'll end up in what's called easy mode here. Normally I do these as a kind of a quick overview, but we're going to spend a little more time with this one, I think. So you come in here, you see this information, right? There is the model of the motherboard, BIOS version, and I did do a BIOS update video, so check that out in case you need it. Hopefully I'll remember to put the link below. Here's the CPU I currently have in this. Obviously that's a locked processor, right? So there's a lot of other stuff you would see with this video if we put the i5-12600K in here. 16 gigs of DDR5, and there is the type of RAM, crucial, 2 8 gig sticks and what slot they're in, right? So if you only have a pair, you would put them in A2, B2. XMP enabled. Obviously that's easy enough to do, right? I could disable this if I wanted to. We're running 4800 megahertz. I think this was the cheapest RAM I could find, folks. We aren't a big channel. We don't have a lot of money, so reality is, hey, we got to get what we can get, right? All right, fan profile. A bunch of places you can find info on the fans, including over here the fan Q-fan control. If you wanted to do change some settings up, I'm not going to do that here. All right, up top here, CPU temperature. Now I do have, let's see. Okay, this is the Noctua 120 millimeter single tower, single fan Redux. So the $50 model at Amazon. You see the CPU core voltage there, motherboard temp, storage information. Appears I have two M.2s on here. Intel Rapid Storage Technology if you wanted to shut that off for whatever reason. Easy system tuning. You can see right now it's on extreme tuning. You'll see, I think you'll see on the next screen when we go to advanced mode why it's set to that. Boot priority. There is, it's only showing one disk. Only one of these, only one drive has the operating system on it. And let's go to advanced mode. All right, a little delay there. So this is, summarizing all the information again, just like before. Another place to see basic information about your computer. Now, security, instead of putting it another tab or putting it somewhere else, they put it here at the bottom. But if you wanted to add a password, I have never actually done this. In all the years I've been in the BIOS, never added this additional password. Let me hit the escape button. So sometimes you can click on the thing and it'll go back. Sometimes you got to hit escape. All right. So once again, BIOS version shown right there. This is last I checked, this was the most current, right? We just did a BIOS update video not long ago. So over to the right, you see the hardware monitor. This is your core frequency. You will occasionally see greater than 4 gigahertz. It's, if you're running a single core benchmark, that's when it's going to go above 4 gigahertz. Otherwise, it's going to be less than this. So all this information, again, memory voltage. And if we go to AI Tweaker, this is where some of the magic can happen, folks. If you can figure this shit out, okay? Now, you got XMP1, XMP2. Of course, in other locations, you can set your timings if you wanted to. Here's my RAM. Block frequency. This motherboard does support this, right? You know, in the past, i9, I think it was i9 10900F is the last time I did it. You could change the that value inside of Intel's XTU, and it was so much easier. And you would see a performance boost. I've played around with this a little bit. I don't know if I'll ever make a tutorial on it. Oddly, this BIOS compared to say the Asus TUF B660M, excuse me, not the Asus, whatever the high-end Asus motherboards are, they have a different setup inside the BIOS for when you're adjusting this stuff. There's a pretty good video out there from I don't know the guy's name, but he does he goes into depth on it. Same CPU I've got in here, and does some wonderful things with that for benchmarks. I am getting an Asus TUF B6, I think it's a B660M, which I believe also has the capability to do a little more with adjusting block frequency than this motherboard does. But we'll see. So all this stuff in here. Now, if for whatever reason your computer, you know, let's say you're having issues with it booting, I think this stuff I have will run, it runs on 4933. I've got it at 4800. But if you find that you adjust this speed, you want to get a little more out of it, and it doesn't work, then you might have to come back in here and cut it down. In addition, if you buy RAM that's not compatible with your motherboard, you may find that, oh, I can't run 4800, I can't run this. You may be dropping way down, right? This is the fastest RAM I've bought. Won't obviously be the fastest I ever buy, but for now, it is what it is. So all these things to play with, I'll click on these so you can see what it does. You'll have to possibly pause your screen. Actually, let's start here so you can see that. Then see this. Because, you know, a lot of times people, they see something that unfortunately doesn't get shown, right? And you got those different ratios there. We already went over the DRAM. Now, OC Tuner is interesting. And it looks like you're supposed to use a integrated GPU, right? Integrated graphics. So don't have that with this CPU. And maybe it's a shame, right? Maybe I will never get to try it out. Honestly, I think my i5 12600K is going to end up in here, or maybe the i9 12900 when I get it. Of course, it has to be released first, but so there's something possibly to be said about buying, you know, CPUs that end in F. But hey, if there's somebody out there, obviously there will be somebody come along that knows more about that. Maybe leave a comment. Help out some people that don't know any better, which could be me. DRAM timing's in here, folks. So if you know what you're doing, I'm a simple guy. I just like, hey, XMP, boom, go with it. But for those that like to tinker, this is all you have in here, okay? Quite a bit. So, Digi Plus VRM. I'm going to click on these. Obviously, I didn't click on everyone in the past, but a lot of people ask about VRMs of everything, so I'll let you guys see this in case there's something in here you are interested in. Now, internal CPU power management. This is always, you know, I do a lot of stuff with power limits, right? Trying to get the most out of some of these better processors. I'm not going to get a whole lot of extra out of this processor. You know, this obviously you can see the PL1, PL2 have been, actually that's the limit, so it's on auto. Some reason I had thought actually that I had set this to unlimited in XTU. Maybe I have, but you're not going to get a whole lot out of this benchmark wise. I think maybe an extra 100 points on Cinebench. Nothing spectacular. Alright. I'm not going to click on all the ones in there. Thermal velocity boost. Tweaker's Paradise. Now, some of the motherboards, folks, this Tweaker's Paradise is pretty awesome. Potentially with this CPU, maybe it isn't so awesome, but I will click on a few of these for you guys. And like I said, you may have to pause the screen to see this because I don't want to spend an eternity clicking on everything. Alright, backing out of that. So yeah, that Tweaker's Paradise on some of the other CPUs, not this one, will be more valuable than it shows. This cache ratio, if you are doing block frequency adjustment, this might be something you might have to change. And you see the voltage stuff. Advanced memory voltage. I'm not going to click on all these, but at least let you guys see what's in here. Some of you love your memory. Oops, I don't want to do that. Alright, so that's all in here. I can't help but think we missed something. Maybe it's under here. I did not see the ability to turn off turbo boost. Maybe it's under one of these. There's all this stuff in here. A lot of this stuff, you know, I just don't mess with, right? Hyper-threading. So here it is. Hyper-threading in here. Power management control. This is where you would go into this motherboard to shut off. Should be. No. Huh. Interesting. Well, folks, I don't know. I'll tell you. I missed it somewhere. Yeah, I'm losing my mind. System agent configuration. Let's click on this one. Let's skip over some of these. Trusted computing, right? People will ask about this. This is TPM 2.0. And I do have, I think I have Windows 11 on here. I have so many computers, folks, I cannot keep it straight. The computer I'm recording this on has Windows 11. I do know that, because I can see it right now. USB single port control, right? You want to lock people out of here, out of your USBs. Boom. Network stack configuration. This guy. So it's nice a lot of these, you know, features have, or these better motherboards have more features, but it also means there's a whole lot of stuff that most of us have no clue what it is, right? Intel rapid storage technology. Alright, so if you want to see stuff you can monitor, temperature control, right? VRM. So this, you know, being that it's in here, what good does it do you when you're playing a game? That stuff, voltage monitor. So a lot of repeated stuff, right? Boot menu, boot configuration, all this good stuff. And tools should be able to find, yeah, this is where Easy Flash 3 Utilities at. All these things that I don't want to click on. And that's going to do it, folks. Hey, thanks for checking out the video. I hope you got something out of it. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you.